Good morning. My name is Jennifer and I'm Fit Organic Living. If you're new here, my husband and I have been creating a homestead from scratch for the last about 11 years. We like to do videos on anything that has to do with the homestead, from animals, chickens, pigs, bees, rabbits, to do-it-yourself, construction, homestead, uh, reuse, recycle kind of mentality, healthy living lifestyle, removing chemicals from the house, and organic gardening. And health really starts at the garden, uh, and the vitality of your soil goes right into your plants. And if you have soil that's lacking something, your vegetables and its production is going to be lacking. So we live on the side of a hill here, and we lose a tremendous amount of our topsoil in a very short period of time. We have these torrential downpours in the spring, and we can lose a lot. And in the summer, when it's dry, wind will blow and we'll lose topsoil that way. So I have this area here that I haven't planted for about 3 years, and its production has gone down. So I have been switching from a tilling method to a no-till or lasagna bed method, and uh, it has increased my production and the quality of my vegetables, the vitamins and the nutrients and the vitality of the vegetable is improved greatly by doing this method. So first of all, we're going to be gathering our materials, and that's probably the most work, is gathering the materials for your lasagna beds. And you're going to need cardboard or newspaper for your base. And you want to remove any kind of tape or plastic labels or anything like that from your boxes, and don't use paper that has colored dyes. And then you're going to gather your other materials so you're ready. And you're going to need your carbons, which is your brown materials like hay, straw, leaves, brown grass clippings. And then you're going to need your green materials that are going to create your nitrogen, and that could be green grass clippings, manures, even vegetable scraps. Then you're going to add your other nutrients like blood meal, bone meal, calcium, wood ashes, coffee grounds, maybe peat moss, maybe some worm castings, and that is going to build this base of your soil. And you want it to be well-rounded, because it's going to go right into the plants, and the worms are going to come up and feed on it and start to decompose it, and it's going to really increase your yield. So we're going to get started here, and I'm going to get my base going and my boxes all prepared and get my labels and tape and all that off. I've left them outside for a little while, and they've actually gotten rained on, and that makes it a lot easier to remove the tape and labels once they've gotten rained on. And that's fine, because you are going to wet them down once you put them down, and you're going to wet every layer of stuff that you put down. And let's get started. Okay, so I have most of my layers on my bed now. As you can see, I got straw and rabbit manure, worm castings, wood ashes, leaves, straw again, more worm, and later I'm going to add some like coffee grounds and stuff. I didn't bring that down here yet. And I just had gathered enough materials to make a bed that's about 3.5 feet wide by I can't remember if this was 12 or 16-foot boards. I'll have to measure that, but these were just boards that were actually left over, so I didn't have to buy them. I usually just try to get stuff that I have found around the farm for free. Cedar slabs, cut-off slab things are really good, and then I nail in little stakes, and I'll have to make more as I go, and I'll go all the way down to the end here. But because I used rabbit manure in here and it was already partially composted, I can go ahead and plant right in this. And I will continue working on this until I get the end. And then if I have enough materials gathered, I can do another bed here. I'm going to add wood mulch in between my rows here. And that way it'll keep weeds down in between the rows. And you'll keep building layers on this whenever you want to mulch around plants or when in between crops or whatever, but this is pretty much ready to plant. I'm going to water it in, and then we're going to plant it. I'll go back to gathering supplies so I can finish my row. Okay, so I am done with my first row of my lasagna bed or no-till garden bed. I spent the rest of yesterday gathering supplies to finish the second half of the bed, and then I went ahead and planted some tomato plants here in the first part. And what I'll do is take these worm castings and I'll go ahead and put them around the base of each plant and water them in. I'll be able to work on stakes and trellises and so forth for the plants, and probably tomorrow I'll plant the second half of this bed. So that's how you can do a lasagna bed or no-till garden bed for pretty much free. I scavenged all the wood, the leaves were out of the woods, manure was already from my animals, coffee grounds, used coffee grounds we already had, wood ash we already had. Sometimes you have to buy straw, but sometimes you can, you have that available on your homestead for free. So you've made some good organic soil, future good organic soil for next to nothing, and it's going to increase the yields and really give you some good quality organic vegetables. So I'll see you next time when we do another video on taking care of the plants and staking them and watching to see how everything grows this year. Thanks.